shit's in the safe. Got me a spot out the way. Nigga just tryna be safe.
Let's get to the sports talk.
Typically, when we discuss the round of the year, it tends to fall into a similar form. The kind of round where perhaps both guys got dropped. There was back and forth action. And we have those kind of rounds this year when you're picking round of the year. But we also have rounds that had great impact on the sport. And the first one I'll throw out there is round number 3 of Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua, fight number 1.
There it is.
Because that changed the entire landscape of the biggest, baddest division for a calendar year.
I agree with you 100%. That's my round of the year. I remember I was in my home, jumping up and down. I was so excited.
Because the first fight between Anthony Joshua and Anthony Ruiz, Anthony Joshua looked past him. He didn't take him serious. He was looking forward to his next fight, and Anthony Ruiz caught him sleeping. He was looking past him, and he took full advantage of the first fight. And when you look past a person, that's what could happen. They was jumping each other in the rounds, and Anthony Ruiz at the end caught him with the last one and won the fight, and it changed everything, the outcome of everything. It changed his fight. It changed everything in Anthony Ruiz's life. It changed everything after that big win against him the first go around. Like it made him one of the top boxers just like that to beat Anthony Joshua. You just can't look past a person. And everyone had Joshua beat him the first fight and caught him napping.
Because there was so much, fireworks going on in that ring, man. To see,
shocking upset then.
Yeah, but just to see how Ruiz was knocked down, get back up, fight back, get the knockout. It was unreal. He put Joshua on the canvas, man. It was unreal. I enjoyed it, and that's my round of the year.
That's my round of the year as well. The round early on was pretty uneventful, and then all of a sudden, Anthony Joshua hits Andy Ruiz with a left hook, and you can almost hear the thoughts of the people in the crowd say, okay, this is what we came to see. We knew this was going to happen. But here comes Andy Ruiz storming back to hit Joshua in his temple. He never really recovered. He knocked him down again in that round, and some would say Joshua still hasn't recovered.
It was
from those
gritty.
punches.
It was Rocky Balboa-esque.
Yes.
It was not world-class stuff. World-class stuff in my round of the year is actually the 11th round of Donaire Inoue. That was world-class. The top guys you can have at the highest level going back and forth and deciding an entire division and king of the lower weight.
That's what everyone come to boxing to see, a fight. And they like that back and forth fight because that's what they want to see. They want to see you go toe-to-toe in a boxing ring. And everyone get excited when they see that.
Classes, that was riveting.
Yes.
Waking up early morning to watch that was compelling, and it was far better skill than what we saw between the heavyweights.
I'm back with these guys. If you get a heavyweight title fight where both guys are down, I don't see how you can go.
No, the impact is unbelievable.
The only thing that diminishes it, I think, in retrospect, it didn't reconfigure the division. We're back where we started pretty much. But I think that the undermentioned round of the year, for what it represents, at least to me, was number 12 of Prograis Taylor.
Loved it.
And that they fought at such a high level with such courage and physical endurance for so long. And Prograis, who was clearly losing on points, to come back and to maintain his heart and his power. And Taylor's eyes is all blown up, and he's taking punches, and there's this moment where he could go down. And I just think that it's one of those fights that goes again to illustrate that the perfect record.
Because once you get hit and it wake you up. And he kept coming, he kept going. He ain't let nothing stop him. He got knocked down and got back up. And then after a while, he just said, I'm not going back down again. I will keep fighting. I'm not losing this fight. And he was determined to win.
Is an overrated commodity, and both guys emerged, including the loser, way bigger than they began the evening.
And then the way they acted afterwards too, they knew it. They knew what they had put forth that night. Don't you?
Another level of respect for the guys have for each other, and going to war and literally being up against another man and feeling the sweat and literally smelling this guy. If he's got on cologne, you smell it. If he stinks, you smell it. That level of intimacy, you got to walk away, at least in most cases, with a level of respect to say, man, well done.
But you know what? I look at that fight and I say, well, we got 4 fights from Manny Pacquiao and also Marquez. Why can't we get another rematch between Prograis and Taylor? I would love to see a rematch.
Well, the whole 140-pound division, I'm fine with however they want to slice that up.
I'd like to see some unifications tonight.
Hello. That's where I'm coming from.
Oh, you're going to see Ramirez?
Undisputed heavyweight champion.
I mean, Ramirez is a guy, everyone always dumps on Ramirez, and everyone always forgets that when the end of the fight comes, he's there, his hand raised.
He gets it done.
He does.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to subscribe to ESPN+.
At Sam Adams, we have a question. Because to toast someone